A really good quarter of football. Sends it to Armfield. A bounce. Joseph helped with the shepherd. The kick wasn't great. Fisher and Shammer. Broughton helps out. And a control kick to Peake. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the half. They've blown a 34-point lead early in this quarter, Fremantle, to lead it by just 2. There's the ball through the middle. Handball to Peake. He needs to run with the ball. He does. Good-looking kick wide. Ballantyne made some really good ground.
Well, that was a terrific kick and a good lead from Ballantyne.
He's a hard worker, Gerard, and he lines up for his 3rd goal of the game.
Interesting matchup at the other end of the ground with Dodd on Eddie Betts. Betts should take him up to the middle and work him over on the way back. But a nice kick here coming in from Brett Peake, who almost forced Ballantyne into the space. Can he kick from a pretty difficult angle? This is the most difficult pocket for memory, Jacko, you've told me.
Certainly is. Pick 21, Sandover medalist from last year. Hayden Ballantyne, a young man that's already achieved a lot in footy, misses. $34,500 in Subi today. A really good crowd. When you consider that Fremantle have lost their last 6, sitting 15th on the ladder. They've lost their last 3 home games to go with that.
Pretty hardy supporters, Fremantle. They've been putting up with a bit, but they keep on turning up supporting. I think that they've accepted the message of development, Jacko.
Oh, they certainly have. And we've seen Subin, we've seen Hill, Ibbotson. I mean, that's the future. They've had some very good performances. Duffield, you throw in that. De Boer, Foster. Just real little goals at the minute. Hayden Ballantyne amongst the goals today. So, future's there. They've just got to get more game time into these young players and start to win a few more games at home in particular.
The other thing that's impressive, BT, is the amount of people that have travelled from Victoria as Carlton supporters and the level of Carlton support here in Perth.
Our plane was full of Carlton supporters coming over, Gerard, and it'll be full going back as an opportunity at goal. Armfield defensively, and just the minor score. The crowds, Gerard, I might mention that at half-time, actually. It's a good point. Have been incredible for football this year, and if you just look at the last couple of weeks, which we will in some detail at half-time, gee, there'll be many other sports wanting to get a piece of the action that Australian rules football at the moment is bringing.
Nice work by the runner, top left, BT, just lurking in the hole there, adding an extra number.
Oh, I can feel, and on the couch, a little assembly there.
He is working overtime.
Oh, soccer off the ground.
Ballantyne.
It's there. Ballantyne's got it. This kid, they can't stop him.
Well, turnover, an opportunity presents, and Hayden Ballantyne is a player that'll cease on it. It's a nice little left foot soccer kick, this.
Just good pressure. That's what's been missing. Good pressure. Good work from Mundy and from Ballantyne.
The little poor pie, or I'm calling him Minky. He's only tiny, the little Minky.
Oh, boy, Hayden Ballantyne, what a game today. 3 goals. And that one puts the Dockers 10 up on the eve of half-time.
Headland, he's got to go to Headland here.
Broughton goes in that direction. Glenn, good call. Go over the top, Johnson. Headland, inside out, banana missed. High score, 11-point advantage, Dockers.
I thought it would have been better to try and take the mark here. He wanted engaged in the body. He's a very good overhead mark, and the smaller player, I think it was Kate Simpson, against him.
Johnson
Would have been better off to go for the mark. Oh, Desi.
Carrazzo. Former best and fairest winner for the Blues. Through some traffic. Houlihan can give it inside to Hampson. He does. He lines up from 50. Another ordinary kick by the big man. Favola under some pressure here. It's a 2-on-1. No Carlton player getting there to help at all. Not interested, the Blues, in that one.
Well, it came down just to poor skills from Hampson. Good athleticism, developing well. Got to get his kicking right.
Especially when you've got time like that.
Got to be careful here, the Blues. This last minute could really hurt them. They've given away 1 goal. They were lucky not to give away another.
Well, we've got just 10 seconds on the clock. Fremantle The only ones that can score from this. Got to go quick. Duffield with 5. The mark will count if he can get there. He can't. And that'll just about end it. It does. The half-time siren sounds. The Blues kicked 3 in that quarter. The Fremantle Blues kicked 6 in that quarter. The Fremantle Dockers got 3. It is an 11-point half-time lead to the Fremantle Dockers. An enthralling game of football. 6-2. In fact, at the moment, 9-7-61. The Carlton 7-8-50. Boy, Lee jumping on the Coleman bandwagon there. Well, at the moment, he just trails Jonathan Brown in the Coleman medal hunt. Brendan Favola, he's got, I think, 2 goals today, so he's on 45. Jonathan Brown on 47.
Hazelby's the big player for the Dockers. He's the one that got to get his hands on the footy and explode.
Oh, well, you speak of that man, Jared, and it's like magic. He appears. Kick wasn't great, though. It was under some pressure.
And the other one, Jared, is Duffield. He's been enjoying a very good season, but today he just hasn't had that presence.
Judd, a little chipper. Eddie.
Oh, nice find.
Judd it was. Cruiser. The big man looking to give it off. In the end, had to go with the long ball. Satan caught behind in front. Courageous by Russell, couldn't quite collect it. And now the Dockers, Hazelby, you said, had to get involved, Jared. 2 touches inside a minute for Hazelby.
Yeah, he would have been asked the question about leadership at half-time. He's responded.
In the absence of Solomon and Pavlich.
And they need just to lock down on him because he is such a damaging player now. Cruiser just got a kick out on the wing. I wonder if he's been told, after the bounce, you get out there. If there's any congestion, just kick it out to Cruiser, who becomes a loose midfielder.
Well, we'll watch with interest now. Cruiser does the ruck work here. Or they advance it forward, the Blues, off the boot of Grigg, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
It's all about run playing on this ground. And if you can get some extra run out of your ruckman, you're well and truly in front.
Overcast conditions here for this second half. We had sun in the first. Sun starting to set in the west. Oh, help and quick kick out of the stoppage. Missed. 2 goals, 2 today for Favola.
I think what they're trying to do also is force Fremantle into a kicking area, Jared. Go that small one early.
It's yours.
That's a nicely placed ball to Mundy in the end. I think it was deliberate as well.
Yep, spot on. They're going to have to go round, though, because they're just so far outnumbered.
Here's a player that can really open things up for him. Is Daniel Gilmore. Been in and out of the side, but he's pitted against Cade Simpson. He's only had the 7 possessions. If they can get him up around where McFarlane's got the ball now with that penetrating left foot kick, he certainly has some damage.
He's fast off the mark, McFarlane. He presents and gets a yard on his man, doesn't he?
Very fast.
Does it really well. Did it particularly well as I've seen him do it in the first quarter here today. Grover to Dodd. Stephen Dodd, game number 90 for him today. Kick out wide. Did really well. Kick wasn't great in the end, and the boundary line beats all comers.
It was a let-off there because Ibbotson, he was the odd man out there. He had to come a bit stronger the contest with the one arm.
Neutral territory on the wing, this boundary throw-in. Did well, the big man Cruiser. Duffield trying to work his way through. See.
Don't use your head, boys. Come on.
Don't use the head. Sandilands, the swat. Valentine nudged. Armfield heard the voice, got it in the general direction. Murphy, but don't argue. Hill getting more aggressive each time he plays. Fremantle with the steal. The handball from Hinkley to Hazelby. A long ball to Headland. Beautifully cut off by Jamison, who met the ball. And in the end, the boundary line's a win for him.
Well, let's try Headland once in the second quarter. Elected just pull up the brakes and let the ball bounce, where he should have attacked it and try and take the mark, because it's good work there by the big fella in Jamison.
Boundary throw in. Dockers end of the ground through traffic. Duffield was good, gave them a chance. The big boys, Bradley, had some jukes on it. Tries to retrieve the ball. Here he is, the man that set it alight. He's going with
some evasive action. A right foot banana.